Welcome back to another episode of the SOS Wellness Show. My friends, I am Tess, and I am so thankful to be your host on this platform. It's so amazing when I get to get on here and I can share my experiences, share my wellness, and share the importance of loving who you are. So, listen. I've been traveling, right? I've been seeing places I ain't never seen with my own two eyes. My mom would be so proud. My granny would be so proud. Oh, rest in peace to my granny. I love my granny so much. But she would be so proud that I'm out here traveling. She would say, Precious, you saw what now? You did what? Now, I don't know about that, Precious, but wow, keep going. So I've been traveling lately. And I've been thinking about the topic of this latest podcast, and I was like, okay, hmm, what can we name it exactly? And I want it to be something that's relevant, something that is like in my soul that I feel can connect with you no matter where you are. And that topic is falling in love with yourself. And I chose that topic because I am actively on the journey of falling in love with myself. That's just the honest truth. Every day I wake up, it's intentional now. For the past 6 years, I have not been intentional loving myself, my friends. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been intentional on watering my own cup, of filling in my own cup. I haven't been intentional speaking life and positivity over myself. I haven't been intentional on telling myself that I love myself. And so once that came to my mind, it made me realize, like, well, something is wrong. This is the beginning of dis-ease. This is the beginning of feeling like I don't exist. This is the beginning of me feeling like a ghost. So I'm glad I was able to catch myself before I faded too far back into the darkness. And I mentioned that I was traveling because I think it's so cool. I was able to visit Utah for the very first time, Salt Lake City, my friends. Listen, if you don't know about me, I don't know if I say it often, right? I'm from a place called Decatur, Georgia. East Side, stand up. We also got this thing called STONEMOUNTAIN. So listen. I'm from the East Side, okay? I'm from, Atlanta, about 20 minutes away from me. So I'm not. Listen. I don't see a lot of mountains, my friends. That's not what we see out here. I traveled to Utah literally as soon as I landed. Ooh, honestly, it wasn't ooh. It was awe. AWE. Seeing mountains like that, my friends, I would have never known there was a place like that on earth. I've been to Vegas before. I've seen certain mountains in the far, but just being surrounded by mountains was a completely different thing for me. And I've learned that the word awe, it makes you realize how big and how vast the divine is. It makes you realize how powerful, how mighty, how endless the divine is. But when you see that, it doesn't mean that you're not a part of it. It's when you realize, like, whoa, I am in awe because I am a part of this. It's almost like being a part of the championship team of life. When you know how we see sports, we see that one team that's winning. It's like, wow, they're so amazing. But in life, listen, nature is always winning. Nature is always in championship mode. So for you to understand and feel the connection that you have to all that's around you, that's the beginning of the love that you'll begin to have for yourself. Because the more that you have love for who you are on the inside, you'll begin to notice and appreciate the love on the outside. See, some of us probably are surrounded by mountains or are surrounded by beautiful things or beautiful people. But because we don't have that love for ourselves in our heart, because we haven't intentionally took out time out of each day to stop and make time for ourselves, we don't have the capacity to appreciate the beauty, to appreciate the endless, to appreciate the vast beauty around us. Recently, I was on a cruise, and It was nice. It was a lot of parties. It was cool. Day parties, night parties, amazing, right? Fun, awesome. But when I tell you, my friends, my favorite part was being able to watch the sunset on the like actually be on top of like literally not in my room looking at the sunset through the window, not somewhere literally almost like the Titanic. You know how you should be at the Titanic at the end or the edge of the boat, just with her hair blowing back. I was right there, y'all. I was right there. I was right there on the edge of the boat, just trying to soak in the greatness, the vastness of all the water around me, of how bold the sun was. My friends, we have to be more bold with our light. We have to be more assertive with our light. The sun does not hold back. I feel like nature is constantly trying to communicate to us on how we should be. We don't have to be violent towards each other just to shine bright. The sun isn't necessarily violent towards us, but by providing so much light, by providing direction, by rising above everything. And so for me to be a part of the nature that was around me, which was the sun and all the water around me, I was just like, once again, awe. But see, this is the thing about when you notice the beauty. And so if you're struggling, let me back this up. If you're struggling to find love within yourself, then check this out. I want you to start to see and appreciate the things on the outside. I want you to be appreciative of everything that's going on around you because you'll start to notice all of the inner workings that's going on inside of you. All right. So if you're having trouble identifying that, so the inverse, finding that love inside of you in order to find the beauty on the things around you, I want you to try the other way. Okay. I want you to start to notice everything that's around you. Notice the color of the paint on the walls. Notice the birds that are chirping. Notice the mountains that are around you. Notice how the rain is falling. Notice how the pollen, whatever is going on, I want you to start to find intricate beauty in everything that's around you. Because once you start to practice, right? Once you start to have that practice of doing that often, let me tell you something, that's going to naturally just evoke something within you to do the same. So you'll start to wake up and look in the mirror and be like, I appreciate my eyebrows. Or, I used to be bullied for my nose, but this nose, we out here doing something. Or look at my ears. The more that you can just practice being appreciative, being and showing love to everything that's around you, you start to show that love to everything that is within you. And things that are within you include your purpose, include your mindset, includes your confidence, and includes your destiny. So that's what this is all about. Falling in love with yourself is the greatest fall you will ever have, my friends. The greatest fall of all time is the fall that you have when you fall in love with yourself. Because listen, the beautiful thing about love is that it is limitless. A lot of us try to put caps on things, the what we say, no cap, no cap. A lot of us try to put caps on the love that we have for ourselves or the love that we can have for other people or the effort that we give for our job. Like, that ain't my job. I ain't doing that. That is what we say, that is not in our job description. But see, one thing I love about love is that it's limitless. There is no limit. There is no cap. There is no description. There is no capsule that you can just put it in and be like, oh, this is love. Love touches everything. Just like the vastness of anything that's around you, whether if it's mountains, whether if it's water, so listen, that's the thing I want to have about I want you to start to have about your own love is that it's limitless. There is no limit to your love, which is why the relationship that you have for yourself is going to be the precedent of the relationship that you begin to have for other people. So if you feel like you're in relationships now or situations with people where they don't give you the love, I need you to check the love that you're giving yourself because the love that you provide yourself is going to show you the love to look for or the love to attract other people. If the love that you have for yourself right now isn't where you want it to be or isn't as high, you don't feel as confident, it's okay. Listen, like I said, I am literally on the journey of loving myself. So if you don't feel like your love is limitless right now, it's okay. The more that you can tap into the limitless love that you have is by paying attention to all the limitlessness around you, which is why when I went to Utah and I saw the mountains, I was like, wow, I need to have more love for myself the way the divine has more love for me. Some of the situations that you have overcome, let me tell you something. I know you probably have lost some things. I know there's grief. I know there's heartbreak. But above it all, the fact that the divine brought you through it has to say something about the love that is on your life. So a lot of times we want to hate ourselves for making it through. We may have survivor's guilt. We may want to just just not give ourselves the grace that we deserve. But listen, if the divine, if the universe can pull us through something, and if the divine and the universe can pull us through anything, I need you to see that that's a sign that you should have limitless love for yourself. The other thing I love about love, let me tell you something, outside of it being limitless, is that it's overruling. Ooh, It is overruling, my friends. Ah, the love. And that's what I want to help anybody with listening to me right now or watching me. Because I know for me, sometimes in life, it's so easy to lose direction, right? It's so easy to feel like you're not loved. It's so easy to let people dictate who you are. It's so easy for you to lose the connection between you and the divine, the universe, or whatever you believe in. But let me tell you something right now. The love that the universe has for you is overruling over anything, over any no anybody has ever told you. It is overruling over any ceiling anybody ever tried to put on your potential. So let me tell you something. I need you to start having a different kind of faith in yourself, different kind of faith in the universe, a different kind of faith in your love, because it is overruling over any adversity, any heartbreak, any disappointment, any shame. And so I remember one time when I got to experience love being overruling. I had this amazing idea at the company I was working at to throw a field day. And I've never planned anything before in my life. I'm not an event planner, but I have great ideas where I'm like, oh my God, this would be a good idea. So I would do it. I would like, oh, yeah, we're planning for a field day. The day before, I was like, oh no, we don't have food. Oh no. No, I forgot. I was like, oh my God, these people are going to be outside running around. They don't even have any food. So, since I'm not an event planner, I didn't think about food until 3 days before the event. And if you're doing an event for a large company, they need to know this maybe 2 weeks before. So people are like, no, Tess, we're not able to do food. We can't, it's not in budget. And I was like, okay, cool. I was even going to have somebody cook. I listen, when I do something, listen, it's limitless, right? That's what I'm saying. Everything that you do needs to be representative from the love that you see around you, from the endlessness around you, from the limitlessness around you. So for me, even if they told me no, I was already on the phone asking somebody, can they cook for me? And I was just gonna bring it in. I was already gonna work it out. So I got told no about 3 times that day to a point where I was just sort of kind of like, I was just over it. But I was still high spirit. Like I said, I kept calling people like, hey, listen, they're not able to get this catered. So listen, can you do this? Check this out. I get a phone call. The same person who told me no. She called to tell me, Tess, I don't know what's going on today, but tell me why some vendor just called and wants to sponsor your event. Overrule. Listen, the love that you have, it should overrule any no. It should overrule any doubts. And it should definitely overrule thinking that you are not good enough or capable to execute on the vision in your mind. Listen, you wouldn't be given the vision if it wasn't going to be provisions. It's okay for you to have the vision. See, sometimes you'll just have something in your mind, something in your heart, or moving you in a certain direction. You may be like, I don't know how to move. I don't even know how to operate that thing or how to do. Listen, it doesn't matter if you got that vision, see it through, because the more that you see it through, the more that you'll see that everything will start to fall into line. See, a lot of us don't have what we want, and a lot of us are not on the journey of self-love right now because we haven't seen it through. We haven't seen it through yet. The more that you can see through and get through the adversity, get through the heartbreaks, get through the pain, get through the disappointments, and get through the shame, the more you'll be able to see all the provisions that are going to support the vision that you have in your heart and your mind, my friend. Mm, 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 mm. So love is limitless. It is overruling. And let me tell you something. Love is victorious. You are a victor. You are designed, you were created to win. You were not created to lose. And my friend, if you feel like you're not winning right now, mm, if you feel like you're losing right now, let me tell you something. It's because it's not over. It ain't over yet. I remember Les Brown said, listen, just because you fall on your back, that's good because guess what? You can look up to see where you can go, baby. I don't care what's going on in your life right now. I need you to know it ain't over. It's not over, my friends. You were not created to feel like a loser. And you were definitely not created to feel like you were dealt the wrong set of cards in the hand. You weren't created to feel like, oh, those people just got a better hand dealt. No, my friend, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. We just have to see ourselves in a more limitless way. We have to realize that love overrules everything. And then we also have to remember that love is victorious. And last but not least, let me tell you something. This is the cool thing about it. Because you know me, I'm always big on building legacy, right? The cool thing about love is that it's endless. It's endless. It's forever. So even beyond us, my friends, that's something a lot of us maybe be having a may not understand what legacy we will leave, may not understand how to even leave a legacy. But if you can leave a legacy of love, my friends, can you imagine if you left a legacy of love instead of a legacy full of lie, deceit, full of fraud, full of shame? What if we left a legacy of love? So the more that you work to love who you are, it's important for you to appreciate who you are. So no need to compare yourself to anybody else, looking at everybody else's hands, their cards in their hands, like, I ain't got that ace of spades. I ain't got that. No, 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 no. You have everything you need right now in order to build a bridge from who you are and who you want to be. And that starts when you realize that you are limitless. Love is overruling. You were created to be victorious. And the more that you have love for yourself, the more endless love you will receive. My friends, it's been a pleasure. I enjoy pouring my heart into this episode. I enjoy pouring my heart into your ears because I think this space is so important. I just want you to know that I see you. I appreciate you. The fact that you're even listening right now says a lot. We are connected. Even if I can't see you in real time, listen. I feel you. And listen, when I meditate, I hope and I send love. I send positive vibrations to your life, to your family, to everyone that you are connected with. I want you to rise. I want you to conquer. I want you to be the exact person you were created to be. And that can happen the more that you take your wellness seriously, the more that you take your mental health seriously, and the more that you take the love for yourself seriously. Remember, you can succeed over the suicide, over your mental health, goals, and life. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of you for listening. Take care.